In Mandarin, raising intonation doesn't make a question, and flipping word order doesn't either. In Mandarin, questions are built with question particles, ma, ne, and ba. But what are they? How are they different from each other? And which one should we choose? Today, we'll learn question particles ma, ne, and ba so your questions sound correct and fit the moment. By the end, you know exactly when to use each and why. Definitely stick till the end because I have a small quiz for you to test if you have understood everything from today's lesson. By the way, you can also download a free printable PDF of today's episode. Link in the description box. Welcome to the Mandarin Insights Show. This show is where your Chinese gets real world ready. Today we'll unpack 3 small but useful question particles, ma, ne, and ba. Let's start with ma, a neutral yes or no marker added to the end of a statement and you have a yes or no question. So the form is statement plus ma. For example, 这是一本书 is a statement. This is a book. To turn it into a question, you simply add ma to the end of this statement. 这是一本书吗? Is this a book? Other examples include 你喝咖啡? 你喝咖啡吗? 他今天来? 他今天来吗? The easiest way to answer a ma question is to find the verb in the question and answer with the verb itself. For example, 是不是喝不喝来不来 You don't need a standalone yes or no. Before we move on, here's a quick note. Ma attaches to statements. If your sentence already has a who, what, where, when, why, how, you cannot use ma to form a question. It's a different type of question which we'll cover in future episodes. Next, let's talk about ba. The first use of ba is to confirm your assumptions. When you end a question with ba, you're asking about assumptions or presupposition, and you're inviting confirmation. It's like, I think this is true. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. For example, 你吃饭了吧 means I assume you have eaten. Is that right? 你会来吧 means I think you will come, right? 你是新同事吧 means oh, you must be the new colleague, right? Another usage of ba is to use for soften suggestion. 我们走吧 means shall we go? 休息一下吧 means shall we take a short break? And here's a quick note. Let's look at the example 我们走吧 shall we go? We can switch the ba with ma and form a new question 我们走吗 which is a yes or no question. Are we leaving or not? It's not a proposal or suggestion. It's just a status check on the plan. In short, when you want to suggest, use ba. When you want to check for confirmation, use ba. And when you want a straight decision without proposing or suggesting anything, use ma. Now let's talk about ne. The first use of ne is to follow a noun or pronoun to form a short question when the content of the question is already clear from the context. It's like the how about question in English, as shown in the example here. 我喜欢茶，你呢? I like tea. How about you? 北京冬天冷，纽约呢? Beijing is cold in winter. What about New York? When ne is used in this way, there must be some context. In each of the 2 examples above, the context is provided by the preceding sentence, 我喜欢茶 and 北京冬天冷. So we know the topic is on whether someone likes tea and the climate in winter. Another function of ne is to soften the tone of a WH question. When a WH question already exists, like 你在做什么? What are you doing? We can add ne at the end to make the question feel softer and less blunt. 你在做什么呢? Other examples include 你住在哪儿呢? 我们今天吃什么呢? The WH question with or without 呢 has exactly the same meaning, but the one with 呢 softly expresses your curiosity and makes the question sound softer and gentler. 你在做什么呢 is softer than 你在做什么. And here's a quick note on another use of 呢. 在 plus verb plus 呢. This is not the question. It marks something that is happening right now. It's like the verb ing form. The 呢 here is a sentence final particle that adds ongoingness, not a request for information or a question. So the form is 在 plus verb plus 呢. For example, 他在看书呢. He is reading right now. 我在开会呢. I'm in a meeting right now. With 在呢, you're reporting what's happening right now and the action is in progress. Now, some tips on pronunciation of these particles. 嘛, 呢, and 吧 have neutral tones or 轻声. The neutral tone is not a tone in the same sense as the regular four tones, but rather something that happens to unstressed syllables. Neutral tones are in fact the absence of tone. They are shorter and lighter. A simple way to show this is with an audio waveform. You don't need any phonetics training, just look at the shape. The syllables ma and ba show up as smaller and shorter than any other words in the sentences. So lower height means less loudness and shorter length means they're quicker. So that's the neutral tone. Quicker and lighter. In questions, you can raise the pitch of ma, ne, and ba a little bit to show that you're genuinely curious and want to know something. But don't raise the tones of any other words in the sentence. Keep the tones of all other words accurate and save the subtle pitch lift for the very end sentence final particle only. Now practice the tone with me. Keep the last word soft, quick, and a little higher in pitch. 你喝咖啡吗? 你喝咖啡吗? 我喜欢茶，你呢? 我喜欢茶，你呢? Can you say it? Did you hear the difference? Great! We have covered the meaning of these question particles. Now let's wire them into your mouth with quick practices. Number 1. Here's a statement. 你会说汉语. You can speak Chinese. Now turn it into a yes or no question. Your turn. The answer is 你会说汉语吗? Number 2. You have watched my videos and you assume I'm a Chinese teacher. Ask me to confirm. Choose a question particle. Which one do you use? 你是中文老师 blank. Fill in the blank. The answer is 吧. 你是中文老师吧? Number 3. You introduce your nationality and ask your friend's nationality. 我是中国人，你 fill in the blank. Which particle do you use? The answer is 呢，你呢? Pick the line that softly gave a suggestion. 我们去吃饭吧。我们去吃饭吗？我们在吃饭呢。The answer is 我们去吃饭吧。Number 5. Ask your friend if she drinks tea. The answer is 你喝茶吗? Okay, this is all for today. We have talked about how to use ma, ne, and ba to form questions. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and try using these question marks this week. I've put a printable guide of today's lesson link in the description. Grab it and practice. Thank you for being here and I'll see you next week. Bye!